Test, test. Okay, says the ads are over, so let's head over. Oh, why am I? Gosh dang it! I thought I fixed that. Ugh, I hate that. I need to switch that to a different button. Okay, so hello to all my starlights and to everyone else. Welcome on in. My name is Hitomi, and more Final Fantasy 14. Shocker. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm just hoping that my computer was right and the ads are done. Otherwise, this is going to be interesting. Okay, mine is working. That's working. Da-dum, da-da. Okay, everything's working. Good. Let's bring up the game, and I don't know. Let's go. I guess we'll do some storyline first. Of course, we have the pretty fireworks right now. All right, storyline, and then in a little bit we'll do some crafting and stuff. Definitely need to go back to Vesper Bay. Forget. Ah. Oh well, at least this is an easy way back. Yeah, before we get started, let me go ahead and see what these quests are since they have the plus sign. I can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Hitomi this or Hitomi that. Why, it's as if you're some kind of God's damned hero. But I jest. Even I can see you're just itching to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place. The Alrum Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Corthus and seek out a man named Were Emus and tell him Nedrick sent you. Okay, that's another dungeon to go through. And what do you have over here that you're hiding? Heard we're in the same trade. You're in better shape than me, though. A mishap at the Wanderer's Palace nearly did me in, but boy, was it worth it. The calamity drained near half of the water from Bronze Lake, and there it was, an ancient temple of Oshkan. Why is it called a palace then? Beats me. I just went looking for treasure, me and my feller. It was like a dream, that's what it was like. The water hadn't done a thing. There were gold-framed mirrors, bright as the moon. We gazed upon ourselves, draped in chains of pearls, dancing on a floor of marble and malachite. Like a king and queen, me and my feller. A daring-do adventurer like yourself wouldn't say no to the chance like that now, would ye? Tell you what, go down to the docks west of Camp Bronze Lake and talk to Abazi Charabazi. Used to be a boon companion of mine. He'll ferry you to the palace. Okay, that's another area. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Hitomi. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, will require an effective strategy. And if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us. Lord Portelaine of House Duradare. He's stationed at the Observatorium in Corthus. Let's go to him and beseech his aid. Hey, I know that guy. To Camp Dragonhead. Take it every wrong way. I thought he'd be in the freaking tower. Ah, this dude. Ah, had told me, the woman who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what owe the pleasure of your company? You're an associate of Istola. But of course, Lord Drillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Astrum Sentry, whatever interests have you at all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you could provide would be greatly appreciated. Oh no. I had to sneeze. I see, then that might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum. A Hurian woman, an Elzen man, 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female. That's them. It has to be. Minfilia, Yurlanger, Papalimo, and Tataro. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about the more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made emergency landing there here in Corthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogayan and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogayan and a Lalafell. I don't know how to say that name. Master Garland. Neither wore imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned, it's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those rascals to escape. We must find them, Hitomi, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they have captured or killed. Till they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held at Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Give me one moment. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm hoping that'll keep my nose free for a little while. Ugh. But yes, I have the sniffles. I'm sorry. You're probably going to hear that throughout the episode or stream. Why do I keep calling them episodes? I'm so used to YouTube. Let's bring it back up. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you best act now. It has been suggested the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo. It seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until some time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor were they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Porteline said, it may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Oh, goody. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work. But all our efforts will be vindicated when the Empire's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured, our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Oh boy. Rithaline, you depart for Castrum Occidents at midnight. You will command the western front in Vilbrand. The Orgians will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half of our forces to, I have given you nothing, Prefectus? You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters, 1 hour. Okay. Okay, next part. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garland activity along Balthea's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Ishtola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's urgent emergency landing came to us by the way of Deesmail Darkhold, situated in the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Breesilic, I don't know how to say that, may be able to tell you more. So as you expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. Alright. This way we go. I think I'll finish off this dungeon quest real quick. And then we'll head to do the mission. Sorry. Okay. Why is it showing me this if it's like, where is it? Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Hall of the Seven Echoes. Interesting. So it's the other way. Oh, this is the mission. Okay. And you know what? I'll open this one. You stand before Deesmill Darkhold, the subterranean fortress evacuated by the great Ishtardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Well, hi, I have a letter. A letter from Lord Portelaine? So you've come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What, the captives are likely to be your friends, you say? Then let's pray that they are a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Aurum Vale. Situated south and west of here, I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Piermons. He should be able to assist you. Okay, I have to go there anyways. Hmm. Okay, across this river. They're at the same place, okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get this one with Willimus done. Hail, adventurer. Wait, do not tell me Nedrick sent you. Tell me this, adventurer. Do you know how the Armville earned its most enticing name? Well, allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulfur and mithril ore, which, through reactions with groundwater, combine to exude golden-hued fumes. A beautiful sight, that is, until you realize that the damned death clouds are burning your chest from within. If you still wish to take your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you. But do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the veil to last me a lifetime. Okay. And that goes away. Now let's talk to Piermons. The Imperial airship. I saw it approach to land with my own two eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, but not before it deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Oh, goody. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed such parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post. To find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked two sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the prints to their owners. Alrighty, let's look for footprints. Aha. Man, this is taking a long time. Hey, more footprints. Okay. Some more footprints. How many times am I gonna do this before I find them? Jeez. Okay, music. Again, with the footprints. Okay, finally. Just gotta go ahead. Are they under the bridge? Yes, it's Wedge. Uh, hey, Wedge wedged himself in there, didn't he? I'm sorry. Oh, so cold. I want to go home. Wedge! Ah, please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Hitomi, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garlings were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hellbent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. What about Biggs? Biggs? He isn't here. He went off a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Tracked down Wedge. That's wonderful news. Now, what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprised me that the big fellow went off as he did, for as all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he always taken care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know the fact that Biggs headed west. Both Ida and Ishtola helping out. With both Ida and Ishtola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Iscardian fortification not far from to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Dare I hope, was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years. Thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Hitomi. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Oh, come on. Really? Get up. Ah, Drakes. Fun. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it seems your companion has caught a chill. Come warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are you feeling then? Now then, stay here as long as you need. Same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you've had a hard journey ahead of you. You have a hard journey ahead of you. You should find rest when you can. How to get out of the fire pit? Really? Really? Here comes some fried chocobo in a minute. Okay, stand there. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with Garleans on his heels. He lured the envoy for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Hitomi, but do you think you'd search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might have be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. Okay, talk to people. A Rogadian gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion. I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it Fury's Gaze, and it may be worthwhile to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. Okay. We gotta go see about a cave. Oh goody, drakes. Okay, I gotta go down there. Oh, derp. Surveying again. Yeah, my eye. Okay, back to Wedge. Tell me, were you able to learn anything? Oh, we're gonna have fried chocobo in a second. Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Guardians away from me. Yeah, but where in this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? I can't give up. Tell me. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who'll listen, and hurry. Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the minute. Moment. Whatever. Okay, let's go upstairs. Nope. Up higher? Hopefully it's in the freaking tower. Aha! Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not found to be found around here in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through Danfin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee your search will bear fruit, it's surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I nearly broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Thank you. Someone actually mentioned that these stairs could be perilous. Because there's no freaking railings. Okay. Is this where I'm supposed to go? This is interesting. Yeah, it's on the outside of it. Okay. So I'm gonna go through this tavern area, or this gorge. Yeah, there's a path right here. Ah, Ishtola. And Ida. 48, of course. No. Our orders to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, tithead? Ah, Hitomi, it's well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me! He's not alone. Kill them all! Holy crap! Okay, where's Biggs? I'm trying! Hang on, Biggs. Good. Jeez. My thanks. Another moment I would have. He's been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well, Ian and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Oh, I love reunions. Alright, back to the tower. I cannot thank you enough, Hitomi, and same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, well, yes, it's just, I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe you lot my life. And you saved Wedges too, Hitomi. I've lost count how many I owe you. Biggs, Wedge. Gods, it's good to see you two again. Chief? It's you! It's really you! In our hearts, we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh! When Alphanod told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I'd feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the immortal flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day, when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noticed not a mist in horizon. Nothing at all to suggest the passing of Imperial force. From this I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born there by the potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by the Askians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into cargo bay by a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched right up into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but it was probably moons, or maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that we were taken back there. We weren't going to leave again. So, as risky as it was, we sabotaged these ships' altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Yes. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel? That would have been Big's handiwork. Like it's not. You always were resourceful and tight spot, my friend. Hey, Tommy, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! Aw. How do? We're going to have freaking fried chocobo in a second. Yes, I'm talking to you. Okay, we'll see what the next mission is, and then I'll probably do some crafting stuff. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis a good place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east then south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek advice from the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that would benefit our mission. Okay. Oh, Revenant's Toll. I have a teleport there. Hopefully this won't go straight into a battle, but... Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry. You want to rescue them? I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert as of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be a good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smoke ourselves in? I have the mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing these Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I recommend you speak with Galamont. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire, and happens to know a deal about Castrum Century besides. I've no doubt he'll want it to be of aid. Ada and I shall go to reconnoiter Garlean activity at the stronghold. It would not do for something were to befall our comrades before we had a chance to act. Come join us when you're ready, Hitomi. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you're not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Sistola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papa Lemo. Looking for Golemon, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Eh? You're looking to get inside Castrum Century and you need my help? Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. So you have friends at Castrum Century what want for rescue. That Slaffborn knows me too well. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I've never passed on an opportunity to get back at the Horsons. But enough about me. Let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity Captivity's right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you'll need to confirm beyond a shadow of doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Century from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind the Morbles, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up into the command tower. If you listen carefully, you might be as you eavesdrop some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain where your friends are there, we'll move on to the next stage of the operation. Now get going and Godspeed. Okay. Someone's got a plus quest. The seventh heaven? Really? Oh my goodness. Really? They had to put this in here. Oh, well, if it isn't Hitomi, just the adventure I was hoping to see. How do you know of me? I just got here. Do you know of the blacksmith Ingonov? He's quite an accomplished craftsman. In fact, anyone who has had dealing with Rowena is sure to have come across his creations. It's always been a pleasure to have him as regular here at the Seventh Heaven, but he's been seen quite irritable of late. And practically drowning in his cups besides. I fear his recent word, or perhaps lack thereof, may have something to do with it. This may seem but a trifling matter to someone as traveled as yourself, but it would mean so much to me if you would speak with him. I can think of no one better to offer him a word or three of encouragement. In here, probably? Ah. Can't you see I'm thinking last? Off with you, hmm? Alice sent you, did she? I suppose she just happened to mention me contract with Rowena. I thought she'd be satisfied with my vintage gear. There was a time it practically flew off the shelves, bringing in adventurers with tombstones by the bucket, but now, you damn divas are a fickle lot, and apparently none of you be caught dead with in me stuff no more. Now I've got Rowena jumping down my throat, clamoring for something new. Something the realm ain't heretofore seen. The woman expects too bloody much, I tell ya. But if I don't film a contract, she'll say have thugs fitting me feet for lead boots. If only I pissed out bright ideas each time like I did me ale. Hold your horse, birds. I know you from somewhere. You're one of them venturers what started the bloody relic armor movement way back then, ain't you? As I live and breathe, I haven't done shit. I literally have not done anything. I just got here. Tried as I might, and holy hells did I try, wasn't able to recreate them masterworks. There was something about them, a certain quality even the great Ingolf weren't going to match. I suppose no one ever truly can rival classics, eh? Ah, Alice, you sly shrew. That's why you sent this one. You wanted her to remind me of the old days when armorcraft was about the armor, and naught else. Ugh. Sorry, my nose. Somewhere along the way, I reckon I got caught up in the hurly-burly and lost me way. You know, I reckon it's high time I go back to the basics. Focus more on who will be wearing me gear than the pretty tail on that Mokeet selling the parts. Might be then I can come up with something what'll satisfy Rowena. Cheers, lass. 'Twas kind of you to stop by. And while you're here, how about I fix you up with your own set of relic gear? My assistant Kakalan here can augment each and every piece. Of course, that's assuming you bring him the proper parts. I ain't running a charity. Don't go forgetting your gear either. Okay, so now I can get relic armor. Ah. Interesting. Hmm. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna take a moment to take care of my nose, and then I'll be going to do some craft stuff. So I shall be right back. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I had to take a second to take care of some things, but I think we're all good. Okay, so like I said, we're going to go do some crafting stuff. Actually, let me go back to Gridania. And let's see, I have some duties I need to do. Just a silver choker and linen trousers, okay. So let's go to goldsmith. I need a silver ingot. Okay. That needs silver ore. Let's go to Ulda and see maybe I can get some silver ore at the guild. No. Okay, let's go to Sapphire Lane then. Sapphire Avenue. Oh, I have a quest up here. Hmm.
Hello there.
Okay, let me see what else I need for the other. Linen trousers. That shouldn't be too hard to make. No, I'm thinking of hemp. Linen trousers. I need undyed linen, dynamite sinew, and seal rivets. Of course, I need all that. Well, the only thing I'm not going to get out is the dynamite. Okay, now let's hack back to Gridania. Let's do these two. Well, hello there, Eos. How are you? Okay, I made the silver ingots. How many did I need for the choker? 2 silver ingots, okay. So let's make one more. Where to go? There it is. Okay, got those. Now let's make the choker. All right, then let's go to Weaver. And let's see, linen trousers. I need undyed linen and steel rivets. Where do I? Steel ingots, steel rivets. Okay, so 1 steel ingot equals 1 steel rivet. So I need to go to doop-a-doop blacksmith. And I need to make a steel ingot, which I have the stuff still, yay. Okay, now I need to make the steel rivets. Hello, Abby, how are you? Okay, I made the rivets. Now, let's see what I need to do to make the rest of it. Weaver. That's a canvas, so it's probably down here somewhere. Linen, I need flax, which I have, somehow. But undyed linen, I need 2 linen yarns, so I need more flax. Let's go to the shaded burrow. Bower. I don't know, but we're going someplace. Anyways, I hope you're doing well, Ebe. You're free to lurk if you need to, or do whatever. Flax. Boop. There we go. Why do they have so many in high quantities? Gosh dang it, I just want a little bit, not a lot. Okay, so let's make 2 linen yarn. Okay, so that makes 2 spindles, but I need... Wait, how much do I need for the trousers? I need 1, so I should have enough. And 1 linen yarn, so I should have everything. So let's make some undyed linen. Okay. Now that I got that, let's go back up here. Linen trousers. Alright, so I've made the linen trousers and the silver choker, so let's turn that in at the Addle's nest. I'm going the wrong way. As per usual. "43 as Weaver, wow." Okay, and I guess now that I've got that done, I'll just go through and see if I have any quests available. Okay. Is that the first one it showed up for? Let me... Okay, yeah. Confirmed destination. So, botanist. Let's go ahead to the botany area and see what that's about. Ah, my dear Hitomi, you're looking ever more the botanist. I do believe you are ready to take on further responsibilities for the guild. Guilds such as ours exist by virtue of cooperation of their members. Each individual must set an example for the rest of the collective is if the rest of the collective is to thrive. The time has come for you to set such an example. A matter has arisen, and handling of which I would entrust wholly to you. You may deal with it as you see fit, providing you see the problem solved. The matter in question concerns a valued client of ours, the merchant Albgast. It would appear one of our number has done something to upset him. Sorry. Pray seek out the merchant at the ebony stalls and inquire as for the reason for his ire. Oh, and choose your words well, lest you add fuel to the fire. Oh, so he's over there. Okay. Then I'm taking a shortcut. Oh, goody. Fufucha sent you, did she? Good. I'm not a man to mince words, so forgive me if I seem blunt. You know what majorum is? But of course you do. You're a bleeding botanist. It is a very common ingredient in alchemy, isn't it? Very common. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you botanists supposed to be experts in harvesting such stuff? Yes, you are. Strange then that the expert who brought me my last batch of fresh majorum didn't so much as harvest the poor plants as dismember them. Why, the leaves were so torn up I couldn't recognize what they were at first. Needless to say, they were next to useless. So thanks to your herb hacking colleague, I have no majorum to make my concoctions, which is why I inquired at your guild, only to be told you were out of supplies. And here we are. Now, if it ain't too much trouble, I would be obliged if you could bring me 10 sprigs of fresh majorum, and I'd please like them whole, as opposed to the fine bleeding puree your bush butchering colleague delivered. Truth be told, I don't care much about your hatchet-happy friend. What I do care about is not keeping my customers waiting for their medicine. In short, hurry. Oh, and for the love of the gods, be gentle with the plants, will you? I shouldn't have to say it, but after the last bloke, I'm not taking any chances. Okay, majorum. Where can I find that? There it is. Bit branch, okay. Okay, a little bit northwest. And I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I've never actually said the name of that herb. Auto sneak. Hmm. Here we go. Okay, need to find another bush. Okay. All right, and back to Gridania. All right, friend, here you go. Did you get the majorum? The herb is said to grow around the matron's lip. Though I hardly need to tell the botanist this. Do hurry, I'm keeping dozens of customers waiting. Here you go. Ah, the majorum. And such fine specimens. I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time, friend. Thanks to you, I get back to making echo drops. Do you know of echo drops? They're an alchemical concoction that restores voice to silenced lips, allowing the imbiber to cast spells again. Conjurers and thaumaturges never leave home without a bottle or three. But I must say again, these are some fine specimens of majorum I've seen, and there are none worse for the pickin'. It's clear you know your way around a plant. As for your colleague with the heavy hand, I'm certain your guild will deal with him appropriately. Thanks again, and send my regards to Fufucha. Okay, back to the Aetheryte and to the guild. There you are. Thank you for a job well done. There's no need to report the details. I have already heard all I need to know. It is my belief that the botanist in question had not but personal gain in mind when he so hurriedly harvested that majorum. In his haste to complete the task and claim its rewards, he damaged the herbs and rendered them useless. Such greed brings shame on our guild, and I will not tolerate it. The offender's name shall be struck up from our roll. As I taught you when you first came to us, a botanist nurtures the natural environment to the mutual benefit of man and wood. He who thinks only of his own benefit and has no respect of nature is unfit to call himself one of us. Of course, you hardly need reminding of this. Something tells me you shall never give me cause to worry. Let's speak of cheerier matters. Tell me, did gathering the majorum pose you any trouble? If you ever find your work unduly onerous, you might consider outfitting yourself with better gear. Even something as seemingly insignificant as a new pair of boots may make a world of difference. As you gain knowledge and experience, you will find yourself venturing further afield in search of new bounty, and your choice of equipment will become even more critical. Go now, Hitomi, and keep up your efforts. I look forward to seeing you continue to grow as a botanist. And another quest. Let me see. Can I equip anything new? Yes, I can. Good morning, Hitomi. I see from the soil on your hands that you have been ever diligent as ever in your botany. And I am not surprised. As we develop new skills, so do our labors become more varied, and thus does our motivation grow. Yet know that motivation can only take one so far. If you wish to master botany, you must pay heed to the details which you have until now taken for granted. In particular, I speak of gear, the tools of our trade. Not all tools are created equal, you see. And if you are to work with any degree of efficiency, you must use each gear as benefits your ability. Lest you misunderstand, I am not telling you to go and replace your gear. There's a more frugal way to improve your tools, and one more respectful to nature besides. Tell me, have you heard of materia? It's a kind of crystal that can be used to enhance the efficiency of gear. In the past, the enhancement process required certain catalysts found throughout nature, and gathering of which was our domain. But new methods have rendered them obsolete. Be that as it may, these substances still make for ideal subjects of training for budding botanists such as yourself. Therefore, for your next task, I would like you to gather a quantity of one such catalyst, namely grade 1 carbonized matter. 15 fragments should suffice. A thorough search of the area surrounding Aleport will surely prove fruitful. The hamlet lies in western La Nocia, up on the Isle of Vilbert. Once you have gathered the requisite amount, pray present the carbonized material to Sandre. He will teach you the basics of materia. Okay. So I have to go to Aleport. One carbonized matter. Where the hell am I supposed to find that? Is that like a higher level? Why would it give me this quest if I don't have it? Let's see where it is. It's locked. Why is it locked? 20 dress to harvest, okay. So I need to go. Oh, that's where the quest is. Well, I guess I'll just go out of Aleport and see what I can find. Of course it's here. Alrighty then. Ah, there it is. Alright, 5 more. I'm surprised I made that. Okay, I need to go once more to one of these other trees. And apparently that hurt. Okay, now where is Sandre? Okay, back at the thing. Good. Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Fufucha sent you to learn about materia, you say? Well, then bring me 15 fragments of grade 1 carbonized matter and we'll talk. It seems Fufucha has high hopes in you. Very well, let's speak of materia. The art of crafting with materia is yet new to Eorzea. It was born of our shores by the goblin scholar named Mudamix some few years ago. Put simply, the process begins with extracting materia from old gear. This then attached to another piece of gear, enhancing the item's properties. Mind you, it's not as if any hatfoot can do it, the attaching. No, it takes a skilled craftsman with necessary knowledge and experience. And once the process also requires substance known as catalysts. The carbonized matter you brought me is one such substance. But then they discovered a way to attach material without the stuff, and we botanists were a little more idle for it. Such is the way of progress. And that, my friend, is materia in brief. Now, I thank you not to ask me about the workings of it. That sort of scholarly stuff is beyond my fathoming. If you wish to know more, perhaps even try your hand at crafting with materia, I suggest you seek out the Goblin Mudamix. It said that his camp is at a place called the Bonfire, out in the wilds of central Thonland. Oh, and keep in mind that material comes in a great many varieties, each granting unique benefits to get the gear it is attached to. I dare say you'll lose count of all the kinds you come across on your adventures. If I were you, I'd try to find a craftsman who would be willing to attach materia for me. Chances are there's such a person amongst your list of acquaintances. Okay. Best stats is the gloves. Another quest. Jeez, I'm just piled up in botany quests. As Gridania continues to make headway along the road to recovery, ever more outsiders shall flock to her gates. They come here in hopes of trading, and Gridania must welcome them as if she is to forge stronger bonds with her neighbors and prosper. Make no mistake, Hitomi, busy times lie ahead. Verily, we have just now received an order for no fewer than 2,000 fine quality sprigs of chamomile from the quicksand in Ulda. So run along and harvest them, would you? I jest, of course. A task this scale would require more than 2 hands. If you would be so good as to procure us, say, 15 sprigs, I would consider it an appropriate contribution. Chamomile is well known for its fragrant aroma and soothing properties. There is satisfaction to be had in ensuring that folk from every corner of the realm can sample the delight of this great staple. Don't you agree? The herb is abundant in Upper Lanosia, around Oakwood, to be precise. Once you have harvested 15 sprigs, pray deliver them to Sandre. Okay. Oh. I think she said upper. Okay. Chamomile. Here we go. You say that like I'm part of the fate. I'm not. Airport. Okay, just go up from airport. Oh, dang, so many things. There we go, jeez. Almost. Alright, back to Gridania. So Fubucha has you harvesting chamomile as well, does she? Return here when you have 15 sprigs and I'll add them to the pile. While you harvest, I shall ponder how the 7 hells I'm supposed to ship them all. "13, 14, 15. Aye, precisely 15 sprigs of chamomile. My thanks, friend." Ah, that distinct aroma. There's nothing like chamomile tea to calm the nerves. It's the perfect way to end the day, I reckon. Now that all I have to do is wait for your fellow harvesters to bring the rest. Pack the lot and drag it all to the airship landing. Ugh. I expect I will have to earn a cup or two of tea when that's done. Though I rather suspect it will be a very last thing I fancy. I don't know if Fufucha mentioned, but this batch is bound for Ulda. It would seem that lords and ladies have developed a taste for chamomile tea. Developed a taste, I said, but like as not they drink it just to impress their neighbors. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if each cup was served on a golden saucer. Ack, there I go spouting my old prejudices. It's bad Gadarian habit. I know, sooner or later I'll have to get rid of it. Don't want a visiting old Don to splash hot tea in my face now, do I? How many freaking quests do I have for this guild? Jeez. Ah. I fear we have a situation on our hands, Hitomi. The guild's crop of alligator pears has been ravaged by vermin, and scarcely a day before the fruit was scheduled to be picked. It is disheartening to see our labors come to naught, but is such the way of nature. Alas, our woes do not end there. In a fine example of ill timing, no sooner had the disaster come to light and we received an unusual large order for, yes, alligator pears for the Caroline canopy. Yet all hope is not lost, for the fruit also grows in the wild. We need but find enough to fulfill the order, 15 to be precise. Our man Soliux is charged with keeping track of such produce as may be harvested in a 12-wood. He spends most of his days around Bent Branch Meadows at this time of year. If there are alligator pears out there, he will know where to find them. Pray seek him out, Hitomi, and do as he directs. Okay, to Bent Branch it is. Now, let's see, where is the dude? Oh, he's probably up in the vegetable patch. Yep. Looking for alligator pears? I heard the unfortunate tidings. Yet all we can do is take it on the chin and hope the best we can. I recommend you search northeast of Quarry Mill. Wild alligator pears grow there and were doing well when I last passed through. Barring pests, they should be ripe for the picking right about now. Oh, and just so you know, the place you're going to is no different from any other untamed corner of the Twellswood. By which I mean it's full of nasties. Botanists like myself avoid the area if we can help it. But it should be as a walk through a flower garden for an adventurer like you. Now you best be on your way. Those alligator pears aren't going to pick themselves. Okay. So now I've got to go to Quarry Mill. Aha. Oh, take off that. All right. Yeah, just a few more. Really? I have to go to one more tree? Come on. All right, now back to Gridania. I trust you know where alligator pears are found in nature. Please hurry, Hitomi. It will not do to keep our client waiting. Here you go. 15 alligator pears. Just in the nick of time. You have spared us Mion's wrath. Thus you understand, Mion is a responsible, reasonable woman, ordinarily. It's just that much rests upon the fruit's availability. Alligator pears are the form of the centerpiece of a new dish of hers, you see. A hearty salad which she has been promoting feverishly to adventurers far and wide. Mion would not have been best pleased had her plans gone awry, but owing to your efforts she can keep her promise, and we are good reputation. My profoundest thanks, Hitomi. I trust you have learned a valuable lesson from this episode, namely that we must not take nature's bounty for granted. As I thought when you first came to us, nature is an unsentimental creature. She may provide for our every need today, only to take it away on the morrow. Those who would walk the path of botany must come to terms with this fact, and the sooner the better. For should your labors prove fruitless, and they frequently shall, no amount of brooding will avail you. At such times one must remember that, for all her seeming cruelty, nature is not our enemy. She simply is. If you would become intimate with her and partake of her bounty, you must learn to accept her unconditionally. Okay. Alright, finally, I'm done for now with the botany quests. Ah, jeez. Don't I look just happy as all can be? My new botany gear. But we'll go to the plaza and then we'll end out. Alright. Let's see. Of course there's an ad. Mm. Okay. I was looking to see if maybe someone I usually follow is on, but right now not many people are. And apparently it's Reclear Day for some reason. I don't know what that is. Well, there is one person. Yeah. Rena is playing. Let's see. So let's go ahead and raid them. I'll go ahead and get that started. Okay. So thank you everyone so much for coming in tomorrow. I'm hoping to continue this and have some more Final Fantasy 14. Hopefully getting a bit further into the story. I think I had to stop like in the middle of a quest just so I can get some crafting stuff done, and then I'll be back to it tomorrow. So I hope to see you all then. Bye bye.